The front facade, the whole building has been reskinned. We have a new roof on it now. The inside is getting done. But I wanted to make mention, and we haven't talked about this so much before, as to the location in which we are. Right across the road, we've got many major industries, like we've got waste management down here. We've got the service company, building supply, CarQuest, service center over here, Mack Truck, Tri-State Service Center. We've got Gibson Steel, we've got APAC. Right out of the front door of our center, we're looking at major industries here in Meridian and Lauderdale County. And it just puts chills up and down my back to think about the fact that we're going to be able to do internships right out the front door of our center. And not only that, we've got Paris Tractor, that's just a half a mile up the road, that we're going to be partnering with in our ag diesel program. And about a half a mile that way is the new Compass data center that's going to be put in. And there's going to be so many industries that come in as a result of that big industry. So I am just completely excited about where we are, our location, and the fact that we're going to be viable partners in the middle of everything that's going on. We are in the very front part, I guess you would call it the public area, right inside the front door. And this whole area will be public space. And until you get to that door, if you want to pan to your right just a little bit, there's a double door there. That will be locked down security-wise. All the student programming will be going on behind those doors, except for this little area right here. It looks like a storefront, doesn't it? So it's going to be a coffee shop / credit union. We're in talks with the credit union about putting a storefront in for our marketing, business, and economics students to be able to operate. And back on this area, it's about a 75-seat gathering space that we'll be able to use for our industry partners, or if we need to meet together as a center, in industry visits, our craft committees that we have every year. This space will be used for that sort of thing. Panned back around this way will be the reception area, and back behind that will be the administrative offices and teacher workrooms and things of that nature. The center here, if you look down that long hallway, you don't realize how big this building is until you just take a gander down the hallway. But before you get to that part, we have, this is the main entrance to our office area. And here we have restrooms. Nice set of restrooms. We have a problem like no other school. The problem that we have is we have a lot of space. There's a lot of schools that are running out of spaces, and this is one of 4 spaces that we will have to develop in the future. So when these industries come in and say, we need training for this certain thing that we're getting ready for, preparing for, we have space to be able to offer. So this space alone could probably hold up to 3 to 4 new programs in the future. And again, this is one of 4 spaces like this that we have. There's already a door in on that side. There's a door here. So everything will be in place to be able to put a wall up and quickly put up heating and air conditioning for a program without having to do major modifications to the building. They could fund it. We'll find funding through, different state factions like Accelerate Mississippi. There's a lot of areas in which we can find funding, but the main thing is we have the space to be able to do it, and before we did not. So that's very exciting to know. When we bring companies in, they'll be able to visualize and see what it is that we have to offer. A lot of space to develop in the future, absolutely. We have room to expand. You'll see our first actual program that we're putting in. This will be the Marketing, Business, and Economics program. So remember that coffee shop we saw when we first came in the foyer? This is the entrance to that coffee shop, and that's intended for students who are 3rd year completers of this program to come in and work that coffee shop, while the training for the 1st and 2nd year students go on here and in this section over here. So this section will be an actual conference room, just like a business conference room you would see in any industry. That's where the students are going to be doing their learning. This big space that we're standing in here is going to be a maker space. So there will be 3D printers here. There will be all kind of maybe sewing machines, serging machines. That goes back into one of those big spaces that we just looked. Behind you will be where all the electrical connections will be made for all of these big spaces that we are looking at. So this is the very center of the building, and this is where it kind of starts to make sense a little bit. The students will come in that door down here. The buses will drop off. They will come through that door. They will enter the hallway and come right here into the very center. Now, do you notice that this building is set up into quadrants? Do you see that?
I do.
So this quadrant will be a quadrant in which in the future, when we put in programs, there will be STEM and manufacturing and construction will be this quadrant. The quadrant that you see here will be arts and communication. So it's set up as pathways, career pathways, for students to select one of these 4 pathways in their high school career and be able to come here and put their hands on it. This quadrant will be health and human services. And the program that we have going in here will be our law and public safety. And then in this quadrant, we've already visited that program, the marketing, business, and economics. What I envision on these walls, you see these holes in the walls? There will be flat screen TVs right here that will be doing job postings of all the industries and businesses in our area on that television. Job postings, commercials for those industries. I also envision the logos of all the industries that relate to each one of these 4 quadrants being on this wall, on these walls. So it will help promote our local business and industry. You don't realize how much space that we have to work with until you put your eyes on it. This is perhaps the largest of the spaces that we have to develop in the future. And remember, this is arts and communications pathway. So in the future, I see drafting courses. I see graphic design, a lot of those type things going in this particular area, along with our educator preparation program that we're putting in right now.